So this is a challenge of making and designing an outfit with fabric I already have, because I'm a bit of a fabric hoarder, as well as only using embellishment materials I already have. So this is the design I came up with. It's this two-piece set, a skirt and like a button-down crop top kind of thing with gold embroidery and beading. I wanted it to feel a bit Western, romantic, but also like well-structured. Now, I originally got this fabric for my quilted velvet jacket that I made like over a year ago at this point, but it was the wrong color and it was like the wrong type of velvet. This is just like an upholstery velvet. So I didn't use it, and it's been sitting in my closet for over a year, if not longer. So I thought I should do something with it. So I'm gonna start by making the skirt because that's gonna be the easiest for me because I've made this skirt pattern quite a few times before and I'm pretty comfortable with it. I don't have a ton of time today because I have a family thing later and I started this late in the day. So I'm gonna just try to cut out my pattern and maybe start putting it together. We shall see. So this fabric is quite heavy and stiff. It's upholstery velvet, so it's not really meant for clothes. So I had to keep that in mind while coming up with the design. And I only have like a meter of it. It could be a yard, but I'm pretty sure it's a meter. So I had to take that into consideration as well. Alright, so I just finished my edges because this fabric is going everywhere. So I'd rather just finish it now so I don't have to deal with it, and it's just going to be easier to deal with. So I'm going to put together the sides because I'm going to put the zipper in the back. So I'm going to do the sides first because we have a waistband, and then do the zipper. The waistband part always kind of just throws you off a little bit. Now I did buy thread for this, and I don't know where I put it because I am a little unorganized. I think it's in here. I feel like it's this, but it doesn't look right. Oh no, it's this. What the heck is this? Sometimes I have like no idea how I ended up with like certain thread colors. Some of this stuff is also really old. This one. I think I did a pretty good job. I didn't even bring the fabric to the store. And I was just like, this looks right. So, let's start sewing and get our old bobbin out of here. Our quilted skirt thread. So yesterday I just got the sides sewn together. I ran out of time. So today I'm going to focus mostly on the waistband, cutting it out, so attaching it, and then start attaching our beads to it. And then see how far we go with that, because that's going to take me a little bit. So I just finished the edges of my waistband. Yes, I only have black thread in my serger because I can't be bothered to change it. And I'm a little scared of my serger. But anyway, so I'm just gonna attach this to the skirt and then do the beading. I do find it a little easier doing it that way, just like for sewing it on and everything. Yeah, so let's go do that. So now it is time for my favorite part, embellishments. So I got these beads here. So for the waistband, I'm just gonna use bugle beads, and I'm gonna do them in like a parquet kind of pattern. So like 4 going horizontal, 4 going vertical, and then 4 going horizontal. I don't know if I'll have enough beads for this, but we will figure that out when we get there. Okay, so this is what I meant by like the parquet, like parquet floors, kind of thing. So I got one done. So I'm just gonna do the 3 rows because I think that's gonna look the best. I like doing things in like odd numbers, even though I have 4 here, but that just makes them even. So if you need me, this is where I'll be for a while. Oh, I also just used this frame. I don't know, I don't think it's really doing anything, but it kind of just gives it a bit more stability. So I don't think I have enough beads to do the entire waistband. I did initially want to do the entire waistband, but I don't think I have enough. And part of this challenge is using up stuff I already have. So we did it. We barely had enough beads for it. So I'm just gonna finish the end of this and get all the stars off. Okay, so yesterday I didn't film anything, mainly because I was a little cranky and irritable and just feeling kind of gross. And also I was just trying to like figure things out. So anyways, I finished the skirt and put the zipper in the back and hemmed it. I'll do the embroidery later. I want to start working on the top. So yesterday I started like pattern drafting and playing around with the top. Now me, pattern drafting is a bit of trial and error and a bit of I don't really know what I'm doing all that much. I know a little bit. I know enough. I'm always just experimenting. I mean, pretty much everything I do on this channel is just me kind of like experimenting with stuff and like trying things and practicing and seeing what happens. I just work better that way. If I feel like I have to know everything, I just freeze up and don't do anything. But if I treat it like an experiment, I'm more likely to do it because there's no pressure. If it works, it works. If it doesn't, it doesn't. So yesterday I have, where did I put it? I think it's in the other room. Hang on. Got a few iterations of our top. So I have like just like our muslin version. That was just like the first try. And then I made one out of like cotton that I'd made. It was like leftover cotton from that quilted skirt that I did in the last video. Just like a rough version. I had to change the darts a little bit. I need to be a little more deliberate with the shape of it. That was sort of the main thing because it looks a little like rough. It looks rough. But I think the general idea is there. It's like two circles, kind of like. So let's cut out our fabric and start putting that together. Oh, yesterday I got sewing book. I've been sewing since I was like 10, maybe, off and on. But I got this book just like as a reference. And it was actually really good, so I just thought I'd share that too. I don't know, I was really impressed. I have a lot of like sewing books and embroidery books and stuff and like pattern drafting books. And some of them are good, okay. But I thought this was like such a good reference. Mainly because I forget stuff and you know, you're still learning, you're always learning. I just got it off Amazon. Anyway, just thought I'd share that with you. Mainly because I was impressed. So I was gonna do the strap like this and like turn it, but I can't really turn it. So I'm just gonna do it like this. So I just have to move the strap over. I moved it over here and then I'm just gonna fold that sort of, I'll unpick it and like smooth that out. And then I just need to move this over as well so it sits properly. So my initial idea to like, for fasteners was to do buttons and do like covered buttons. But the fabric's a little too thick for that. And then I thought maybe gold snaps. And I could just do gold snaps. And then I went on the internet and got overwhelmed. So I had these already, these snaps. So we're gonna do invisible snaps. And I think it's gonna look pretty good. It's gonna just give it like a different vibe, I think. And I think it's gonna look kind of cool because it's gonna be like, oh, how is it closed, you know? See, this is the problem with deciding to do things after the fact and not planning things out properly. What I'm gonna do is unpick just like half of this. I just made this little placket insert thing. And I'll just sew that in and then put the snaps on that. I mean, it is always better to plan these things out. And I thought I had it planned out, but plans changed. So this is where I'm at. I'm tired. I had to hem the top because it was too long for the skirt. And I have to hem the skirt because it is too long. And it looks weird. I mean, again, this fabric isn't meant for clothes. I mean, that was part of the challenge. So the drape is kind of weird. This is definitely not the best fabric for this. So I have to keep that in mind because when it starts to get annoying. Anyways, I'm gonna leave it for now and come back to it tomorrow when we're rested and can think straight again. Alright, I am rested, I'm refocused, I'm ready to go. So I just re-hemmed the skirt to make it shorter. It looks so much better because again, this fabric is heavy and it does not drape well. So things kind of need to be like boxier and like more structured. So I just took in the sides a little more and I hemmed about this much off. It was almost 2 inches and I think it looks much better. So I need to fix, there's more coming off. I need to fix some of the beads because they're coming off. I got pulled in the process of rehemming and taking it on and off. So this is what I'm gonna do for the embroidery. I'm using this gold DMC thread, which I love. I've gone through so many of these. I like gold. It's like one of my favorite things. It looks pretty. The stuff isn't the easiest to work with. It's quite stiff and it's metallic thread, so it's not gonna sit quite the same way as cotton thread, but it's still pretty and I like it. So that's what we're gonna do on the bottom of the skirt. Okay, so what I'm gonna do is just find the middle, because I'm gonna do 2 up like the sides. That kind of thing, but like curved. So if I find the middle, I'm just kind of going where the zipper is, because that would be the middle. Math and measuring are not my strengths, for the record. That's about the middle there. Figure out how big I want these, because I want to make them as even as possible. They don't have to be identical. I think kind of starting, let's say 3 inches on either side out. This is just air erasable marker, so maybe? Do I want it higher? I don't think I want them too big. I want them coming like up. Okay, I think I figured it out. So one going there and then one going there. Now I did forget to update you on the snaps. I just kind of left it and forgot about it. The snaps are terrible. They're cheap and they're just like ones you hammer in and they keep popping off. So I don't recommend, I recommend if you do snaps, invest in something, you know, that's good. They work for now, it's fine. But anyway, I'm pretty happy with this actually. Kind of turned out almost exactly as I envisioned it. I mean, I would have liked the beads to go all the way around, like the back too, but I didn't have enough and I just barely had enough to finish the front. So, and part of the challenge was using up stuff I already had. I don't know where I'd ever really wear this, but I think challenge-wise, it was pretty successful. We made an outfit out of fabric I already had, and embroidery thread and beads I already had, just lying around, and not buying anything new because I am a bit of a collector. But anyways, thanks so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.